Hey guys, it's Heidi with Hush Hush Magazine. Today I wanted to cover the topic of fake people in LA. I get a lot of questions about whether there are a lot of fake people in LA. It seems to be a pretty big reason why people don't move to LA. So I just wanted to share my point of view, what I've been seeing as I've been living here the past year, and whether it's something you should really be worried about. So let's get into it. All right, so are there fake people in LA? Yes. Obviously, there are going to be fake people in LA. What is a fake person? From what I'm seeing online, what people seem to be complaining about, especially people that have left LA or said they ran away from LA because there are too many fake people, it seems like it's really related to relationships and friendships. Like they have a hard time finding people that are down to earth, genuine, compassionate, who actually care about them. They feel like they are befriending people who, unbeknownst to them, they actually had some ulterior motive or some other objective in becoming their friend, either so that they could get basically free car rides, or so they could get certain favors for work, or so they could get access to their network and friends, or access to their money or family. There are a lot of things and a lot of reasons why people might just feel like they're just being used, abused, discarded, or ignored from people in LA, and that's what makes their relationships feel fake. I think another angle of it is that some people talk about, there being a lot of influencers or wannabe influencers, what I've been calling lately micro influencers, people who think they're influencing but they're really not. Um, and a lot of wannabes, wannabe rapper, wannabe actor, wannabe Netflix writer, wannabe this, that, and the other. And so I think the other piece of it is that a lot of people feel like there are a lot of folks in LA that are basically faking it till they make it. Like they're not actually a writer, but they're gonna say that they're a writer, but they don't have anything published and they don't have anything that anyone has seen that is even, potentially worth checking out. And they just call themselves XYZ thing when they don't actually engage in that activity or are actually even good at it. So I think those are kind of the two components to fakeness when people talk about it, like terrible relationships with people that are not real, quote unquote real, and then also people that think or try to present like there's something that they're not. And so, yes, I've definitely seen both of these. I think when it comes to the relationships, let me talk about the relationships and the friendships part first, because I think that's the part that really pisses people off the most. And I will say to that, there are definitely a lot of people that have different types of intent or just may not be good people to be friends with. But I honestly think that's not something that's necessarily unique to Los Angeles. In all the different cities I've lived in, there are a ton of people that I've met that you kind of have to make your own judgment call based off of your experiences, what you need in friendships and relationships to quickly figure out like what type of person am I dealing with here and what types of things can they provide that will actually help me become a better person and help me feel fulfilled and happy and secure, and what things do they have that might be triggering or that might be red flags or that might be problematic to me. So I think that's a process you need to go through every time you move to any city that you move in, or even for some people that have stayed in the same city for a long time. Like I was talking to a friend who's been in New York City for decades, and they're finding that with the pandemic, they're having to kind of comb through their friendships and figure out who genuinely cares about them as they're in a new stage in their life where they're finding a lot of success. They're seeing that there are a lot of friends that they used to have from high school or whatever who are like low-key jealous of them and don't actually want the best for them. And, they can kind of act fake as well because they'll pretend to be happy for them, but they're actually not. And so I think this whole like fake people, fake friends thing, like maybe it might be more in LA just because there's so much networking going on and there's such an influx of people that come here looking for their big next break, and so a lot of people feel like they're being used, or that people only want to get to know them if they have something to offer. So I think that could definitely be a part of it. And I understand that, but I guess what I'm basically trying to get to is that it's not everyone. And in my experience, I have pretty much, I don't know, somehow been able to steer clear of a lot of folks within the entertainment space or a lot of folks within the influencer space. They're definitely around me. Like, I actually like live in an area where, you know, every day when I go outside, I see people posing in front of Ferraris and doing photo shoots and doing this, that, and the other for their YouTube or for whatever. And so the culture is definitely there, but I've just been able to basically like carve around that and find people who are down to earth, who are cool, and who are not about that. And yeah, it's worked out well for me. You can find people who are in the tech space. You can find people in healthcare. You can find people in law. You can find people who are just like writers and bloggers or travelers. You can find people in a lot of different industries in Los Angeles. It's not just all entertainment. So I think it's just about being intentional and not just settling for the first 2 or 3 people that you happen to meet and feeling like those people need to be your friends because you're new and you don't have friends. Like, definitely invest in being a bit selective and picky about who you become friends with, because if you choose the wrong people, you definitely will become bitter, and then you will be making a video on why people are fake in LA and why you're leaving. So don't do that. Don't do that. Take your time and try to meet a wide range of people. So that's the fake friendships, relationships piece. For the fake, you know, aspiring, manifesting, want to be this, that, and the other problem, I don't know. It personally does not bother me. I admire that people are so, I don't know, I guess the word I would use is like aspirational. I admire that people are so aspirational here. I actually kind of like make fun of it a bit and jump on the wagon and call myself an aspiring cook and aspiring this and aspiring that. Or they don't even say aspiring, they say they are a cook. And then, you know, maybe in 3 years to 5 years, it might actually happen. But I think that's cool because I think that there's this idea here of manifesting and mentality and just like needing to really believe that some of your hopes and dreams can really happen and just kind of claiming it for yourself even before you're even remotely close to happening. It's remotely close to happening. So if I meet someone who says that they are, you know, an influencer, and then I go on their Instagram and they only have 1,000 followers, hey, like, I don't get why I need to be upset at that. Like, let them do their thing, let them hustle, let them, you know, do what it takes, lying to themselves as some people might see it, lying to other people, if that's what it takes for them to, you know, get that confidence and inspiration to make their way towards the goal that they have. So it doesn't really bother me. And again, I think it links to the first piece of just surrounding yourself around people that are gonna, you know, you're gonna feel secure around, and you're gonna feel just positive energy around. And I think that if you really focus on that, then you shouldn't really have this issue too much. I mean, I've been telling people that I'm on a keto diet for months, and you will definitely catch me eating a chocolate croissant or eating carbs every week without fail. So I'm on an aspirational keto diet. So I don't know, I'm fine with it personally, but it seems like other people really don't like it. So you just need to know who you are and what annoys you. And obviously, like, you know, come to LA, hang around, listen to some conversations. Even if you're just at Target, you'll hear people talking and you'll get a good sense of what people mean and what people are talking about. And if that kind of stuff annoys you, then maybe don't stay in, you know, the heart of Los Angeles. Maybe stay right outside of Los Angeles, maybe in Manhattan Beach or Torrance or I don't know, wherever. And then you might be a little bit less annoyed. Or maybe just don't come to SoCal at all. Go to whatever your second choice city is. So those are basically my thoughts. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Like, do you feel like people in LA are too fake? Do you feel like too many people are too fake? Does it annoy you? Like I said, for me, it has not been a huge issue or deterrent, but maybe I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments. And as always, definitely please hit like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for supporting, and see you next time.